We're going to be talking not just about red arrows, red colours of leaves. The National Trust warning today that our gardens, our parks, our woodlands that are usually awash with reds and colours at this time of year could look a bit different this autumn.
Oh, in what way?
They're saying that the weather over the spring and summer hasn't necessarily lent itself to a sort of vibrant autumn display that we might normally get.
Now, how many years have we said, John, that this autumn's going to be the most beautiful ever?
The best ever, yeah.
And they're now saying this autumn's not going to be great
Most rubbish
all.
ever, yeah.
The most rubbish.
October is usually the time of year where there's a flurry of red and orange leaves covering the ground. But this year, the National Trust says our usual autumnal displays are going to be a mixed bag.
I like this.
Yeah.
Might not look like this outside, though. That's because we've had such a volatile year of weather, meaning some trees are hanging on to their leaves for longer. Well, Guy Barter from the Royal Horticultural Society joins us now. Morning, Guy. Can you tell us what's gone wrong?
Oh, good morning. This summer has been a bit duller with less sunshine and a bit cooler than we've been used to. It's still as warm as summers were 30 years ago, but the sunshine is down, and this means that everything's running a bit late, and the temperatures are now sort of getting to the temperature that initiates the autumn colour. Autumn colours set off by day length sometime in August and September, so trees are irrevocably set on their course now to lose all their leaves. But the actual intensity of the colour depends on the weather we have later in October. What we want is bright sunny days that are warm and then cool nights that close the plant down so the colours can't be reallocated to the roots. But for the last 3 years, we've had quite dull weather in the autumn, and we're wondering if that's a new normal, but it's hard to say. But there's no need to despair just yet. The trees are growing well and the weather could come right for us.
So we might still get that big burst of colour, but the pictures we're showing there, maybe our viewers feel differently and can show us some stunning images where they live. But generally, we're looking at a bit of a sort of grey, mushy autumn instead.
Well, if it's like the last 3 autumns, that would be the case. But British weather is incredibly variable. Even though it's with climate change, it's gradually getting a little bit later. So I think it's quite. There's reason to be hope. My colleagues in our northern gardens tell me that they're already seeing autumn colour, where the cooler temperatures, no doubt, have been tipping plants into the colourful spell. We don't want a heavy winds or heavy rain. With the leaves still on the trees, that could topple some of the weaker ones, and it wouldn't do the autumn colour any good. But there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to hope for that wonderful time when the countryside becomes painted with yellows and reds, if only briefly, because, of course, they'll all be falling in November.
Guy, thank you very much indeed for explaining that. Maybe there are some regional variations. Maybe there are people watching this morning who can prove this wrong.
Yeah, and Guy was saying maybe the further north you go, the better it is at the moment because of the temperature changes. Now, thank you everyone who has already sent us in beautiful autumn pictures this morning. We're going to show you a few that have stood out to us so far already. This is from Angie.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that beautiful? That's in Cornwall.
The viewer who sent in this photo didn't leave us their name. Always give us your
rating.
name. Yeah, 1 star for that and
but
0
that's
stars.
Gorgeous.
It's a lovely picture, isn't it? Look, beautiful leaves all reflecting in the water.
And let's have a look at another beautiful photo from one of our viewers. That's a lovely misty autumn morning.
And to Helen as well, who sent in this gorgeous picture. Lovely colours there in Silverhill in Nottingham. You can really see them changing, can't you, in that? The colours every day, you can see it changing.
And finally, Rebecca sent in this photo from her garden. Oh, I love this. You can see loads of bright orange leaves there hanging down over the garden fence.
She's never going to get out.
I know.
Well, not for a few weeks.
How do you
anyway.
open that gate?
Keep those pictures coming. Yeah, the claim this morning is that the autumn colours this year aren't quite as good as they usually are, but they look lovely pictures.
They look beautiful.
Send us
Let's
some
try
more.
and prove everyone wrong,
Give us
shall
your
we?
name and place as well.
Yes, definitely do that, or John gets really cross.